Hello and welcome to First Impressions. This is a show where every week my co-host Dash Hooper and I evaluate an album we've never heard before, and after playing it we take notes, rate it in a variety of categories, and let you know our thoughts. And tonight we have a huge crew here to look at the 2008 soundtrack to the movie Twilight, which we dissected and decimated on Monday, but we're not worried about the movie today. We're here to talk about the soundtrack. So, how's everyone doing tonight?
Super.
Good. Yeah, I guess.
Excellent.
Yes, thumbs up. We could ask each one individually, but then we'd be in our first hour of the show. So, yes,
Thumbs up.
welcome to the show. I guess welcome back. We have our critical affection. We frequent their show. They frequent our show. So happy to have them here to take, I guess, tear apart or praise, whatever way we want to go, the Twilight soundtrack. I don't know where we're going to land. Are there angry Muppets in the building today or not? But I mean, I'll get to that after I did some research. So always got to do that. So we're going to go a little bit into the history of the book and movie. So we're going into both because you kind of, one is connected to the other. So Stephanie Meyer is the writer of Twilight, and she claims the idea came to her in a dream she had in 2003, where a girl stood with a vampire in a daylight meadow. And it's like, all right, it's not the most original dream, but she can take that dream all the way to the bank. So after her dream, she cranked out Twilight in just a few months, late at night while her children were asleep, and the manuscript, she sent it out to multiple publishers. Most of them rejected it, except Little Brown and Company, who picked it up because one of the assistants accidentally forwarded it, because in general it was considered too long for a young adult novel. So most of the people would have considered it needing to be rejected. But Little Brown and Company picked it up and published the book in 2005, where it went on to become a national bestseller, build a huge young adult following, and it's 3 sequels and a racy fanfic trilogy, 50 Shades of Grey. Is 50 Shades of Grey a trilogy or four books? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Does anyone know? Yeah, I mean, I know it was fanfic, which, you know, it's kind of funny that they'd make this is the most unsexual movie and book ever. It's just funny that you would get one that's, you know, became the hidden secret for housewives everywhere.
The 50 Shades of Grey.
Secret when my mom told me.
About?
Yeah,
The trilogy. I just googled that it's a trilogy.
The books are.
So it's a trilogy.
Yeah,
So
I don't know
there's
how many
4
movies
Twilight,
there are.
3 trilogy, 3 movies, I think, too, and it's just
In the 2000 aughts, they were everything was a trilogy.
Yeah, I guess so. So, not for 50 Shades of Grey, but for Twilight, Paramount actually purchased the book rights to turn it into a film before the book got released, just based on the premise of the book. But they had a different vision for the film. They wanted it to be a big action movie with FBI agents chasing down vampires. And they wrote this huge scene on jet skis, which I don't know what the hell you're going to do with vampires on jet skis, but they had it in there.
This is the movie we should have gotten. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll be quiet now.
Being chased by FBI agents on jet skis, and one of the major vampires was going to die. It was supposed to be this wild adventure, but Paramount just kept kind of spinning their wheels on it, and eventually their rights ran out, and it got purchased by Summit Pictures, who hired Catherine Hardwicke to direct it and told her it needed to be done fast and cheap. But she didn't want to use the script that they initially had, because first off, it was going to be a lot more expensive with jet ski chases and all that. But also she wanted it to be true to the novel, which by this point was a phenomenon. It was so huge. If you made this vampires on jet skis one, the young adult audience would have been running to the Summit office to burn it down. So yeah, we see what they did to Comic-Con. So imagine what they would have done if we saw the jet ski version where Edward, maybe he dies in the ocean. I don't know. I don't know the whole script. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. I'd love to read the vampire jet ski version. But They gave it a small budget of around 25 million, and then they told them that they needed to shrink that budget by 4 million. So they had to get rid of all the action sequences that were going to be done with CG, and they did all of them with just wire work and camera tricks. That's why some of it is just janky as hell. And like Edward, like the running on the back scene was just kind of tricks. They didn't have, it was initially going to be CG, but now it was just like, okay, we'll just make it look like they're running fast. So it explains a lot. And when we were kind of talking on Monday about the lack of special effects, we know why, because it was just they just kept slashing the budget and saying, okay, just focus on the romance. And that's why the biggest action sequence in the dance studio is all off screen, because by that point, when they were filming that late in the shoot, the budget was gone. So they're like, we can't have this giant battle. We'll do what we can, but you got no money. So even with all that, the movie made 69 million in its first weekend, which recouped its full budget plus all of its advertising budget, and went on to pull in over $400 million, which led the studio to race into production of New Moon. Literally the week after the release of the first Twilight movie, they said, we want you to start production of New Moon. There was no script. There was nothing besides the book to work with, but the studio didn't care. And Hardwick said, you have to give me more time on this one. You have to give me more budget. And the studio said, no, you're fired. And then they said, Catherine Hardwick's a troublemaker, which has actually led her to have difficulty finding new jobs. So yeah, just a terrible experience for her, because the studio wanted it fast, wanted it now. And they figured, hey, if you made the first one for cheap, you can make this one for cheap, even though it just made $400 million. So terrible things. And it does explain why New Moon is just an absolute abomination of a film. So I watched it.
You ended up watching it.
How far into the series are you now?
We made it to number 2.
Okay.
And yeah, I was getting yelled at by my wife. So vampires can't swim. Maybe they can. I don't know.
That's a harmful stereotype.
That's
Like
me
microaggression.
commenting in the back.
right,
That's
so,
the theme from Monday. Just throw it in the trash.
So yeah, we watched number 2, and then we had a family emergency. So we were gonna watch number 3 last night, and we didn't. But yeah, I was just
The
having
family
a good
emergency was his eyes were burning after watching part 2.
time. So the Mystery Science Theater version that I wanted to do at my house, I was getting scowled at by my wife, and I even told her, why are you looking at me like Edward? And she did not find that amusing. My daughter did. She was sitting there like, dang, Dad, I should have watched this with you instead of my friends when I was in high school. You're a lot more fun to watch it with. And I was having a good time. I was told to shut up. Eventually I did, but sometimes I couldn't. Like when he was parkouring up the thing, I had to do the office parkour. And it was not appreciated, but she did laugh, and she's like, you're making me laugh, and this movie's not supposed to be funny. I'm like, it's pretty damn hilarious, but that's just me. So I've seen 2 now, and I think on 3 I'm going to be muzzled, because she was not appreciating me, and I was having a good old time, and my daughter was. So I think 2-1, we win that, and I can continue to Mystery Science Theater. So that's kind of my micro history of the books to the movie, and now reviews. So reviews of the movie were pretty poor. Generally, it received 48% on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics, but a stronger fan reception of 72%, although the soundtrack received a much better review, and critics praised its use of indie rock over contemporary rock hits, and the soundtrack debuted at number 1 on the Billboard charts, selling 165,000 copies in its first week, and going on to sell, I know it went multi-platinum, so it did very well. And yes, trash. Agreed. But yeah, see, Lori, we should do a live watch of one of the movies on Pilled where we can and
Yes,
not
can
get
I?
copyrighted.
Yeah, we were talking
Yes.
about that, weren't we? Like we oh man, that would be.
Oh, we could just
There's
rip
none
it.
of us who's going to be just absolutely making shit of this.
We have
long
to
as
be
we
able to
can-
pause so we can then argue about it for a minute and then resume.
Oh no,
long
we
as we
can
could-
pause it all
Oh,
we
yeah,
want.
yeah.
That's fine. I mean, we just have to do it on a platform where
We
we
can
won't
watch
get
it.
copyright stricken.
Yes.
As long as
Yes,
we can
Dash.
do silhouettes like Mystery Science Theater.
Oh yes.
That's the
Oh,
only
us
way.
fun.
'Cause- yeah,
I
I
don't
want
know.
a sock puppet.
I was
Oh,
gonna say hand puppet.
Yeah,
Put a sock on your
Amanda.
hand. I think that's the budget we'd have for that.
That's perfect.
You just
I could
chuck
do
a
that.
black
I could
pantyhose
work
over your
with
head.
That could
I
be
can-
yours, Brian.
I can bring this
Sure.
back. It's been a while, but the flamingo could return. I'll be the silhouette. Of the
Ooh.
If
There
I
you
do
go, there you
that,
go.
Brian, if I do that, somebody will recognize me from the last bank robbery. So I can't.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
I'm coming as Karen.
Oh, we need to do it when I reach the final Twilight movie.
Oh.
We have to live
Oh.
watch it.
Oh.
So we'll
Oh
figure
my
it
dear
out.
sweet
The
Lord.
point at which
You
I
know,
forgive you.
I
Yeah.
have not
So,
seen the last one.
Oh, we have.
I haven't
Oh
seen
my
it
God,
because I read the
that's
book, so I
so
didn't have
much.
to see it, and I knew that they
Perfect.
which saw like they changed the end anyway. So,
Did a little. Yeah.
but I've
I s-
seen
I
memes
s-
of the creepy baby, so I didn't have to go see it. in
I still have the
Oof.
books. I still have the books. I just use them as a doorstop now. That's all
Yeah.
they're good for. But
I do
They're
not.
really big.
I've never read the
They are-
books.
they are-
My history was basically this week. I mean, I knew of their existence, but
Mhm.
it was not something I had spent a lot of time with. So, yeah. All right. So the reviews of the soundtrack were much stronger than the reviews of the movie, and that is about what I have for my research. So now we will start with our history of the franchise, the movie, all of the above. So, Sarah, what's your history with Twilight?
My history is that my friends, who are somehow still my friends, dragged me to go see Twilight in the theater. It came out around Thanksgiving, I remember, because we were all just in college at that point, I think. Or we were all at various points in college, and I was going more locally than they were, so they were all coming back. We were all coming back home for Thanksgiving. And so we all went to that crappy little movie theater in the next town over. And watched it there, and I sat in like the first time we watched a Twilight movie together, I sat in between Megan and Katrina, I think, and I was just laughing, and I was like cursing under my breath. What the fuck is this? What's going on? Oh my god, this is shit. And they were like really mad at me afterwards, so then they made me sit on the end for all the movies after that. And then my cousin's wife, is that my cousin-in-law?
I
Is
guess
my-
so.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
First cousin once removed. I don't know. She
Just family.
insisted that the books were so much better, and I have to read the books. And she got her copy of the first book and she shoved it at me. She's like, "You have to read it." And it felt like a threat, so I did. And then yeah, I was like, she knows where I live. I better do this. And so I did read the first book, and I found out that yes, the books are much better. I'm not going to say that they're masterpieces. I maintain I like the books. I don't think they're exceptionally well written or anything, but it's easy to lose yourself in the story. So then I read the rest of the books, and then subsequently watched the rest of the movies with Megan and Katrina.
Okay.
And continue to laugh at the movies. But then I was like, there was an added layer of like frustration at the subsequent movies, because I'm like, why didn't they just do what it did in the book? Why did they have to make it worse? Like, the book already has its problems. You didn't need to add to it.
So they managed to make bad into worse.
Yeah. And I think I had already heard a lot of Muse before I saw this movie. So when I did see the first movie, I was like, oh, I recognize that. And I think there's a Linkin Park song in there somewhere too.
There is, yes.
And I don't remember that one, and I had to go back and find where it was. I still
That's
don't.
the end credits one.
It's in the end
That-
credits.
okay,
That's
that's why I
after-
don't care about it.
After Radiohead is when that
Yeah.
one gets played. And
Okay,
there's no
that's-
post-credit scene, so you're not watching the whole credits.
Yeah, that's why I never noticed. But yeah, that's about where I was. We're up to current, I think. Except you guys were all here yet last week or Monday when we talked about everything else.
Yeah. With that's. I mean, I wish I could have been in the theater with you, and the two of us could have taunted it. So I was having a good time.
I was outnumbered. It sounds like you have your daughters on your side. I was totally outnumbered. Like Maggie and Katrina were taking it super seriously. And I was definitely
so was my wife. I was surprised. I thought she was going to be in on the taunting, but nope, she wants to watch them seriously. So it's all right. I'll still make my comment.
She's a romantic at heart, right? Like that's likes the because it's like there is a romance novel under all that ridiculous's. It is a romance story, so
it's like the most
one, but
the most unromantic romance ever. It's like I watch it and it's so saturated. I guess that's the Mormon of the whole thing, like we kind of talked about on Monday. And it just, that's why it just baffles me that, I mean, how did she not freak out when 50 Shades of Grey came out? Maybe she did. I don't know.
Maybe she did, yeah.
I didn't dig into her history, but like, wait a second. They're not supposed to have sex before marriage. That's not right.
I think everybody freaked out when 50 Shades of Grey came out.
Oh, man. That was, like I said, that was the hidden secret. The nod and wink that the housewives would give each other, like, I read this. Did you read this? Slide it under the doorstep.
This is true. This is how it was passed from one to another.
It was,
like secretly.
Such a phenomenon amongst. I mean, my mom read it, and she doesn't read anything. Like she doesn't read books at all anymore, to the best of my knowledge. So she telling me she read it, and I was like, I didn't know you knew how to read.
Yeah, my mom was also like, "Oh yeah, 50 Shades really good. You should give it a shot."
No,
my sister was like, read it. It's really good. And I was like, nah, I don't think I want.
No. It takes all of the parts of the abusive relationship of the Twilight series and amps it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's exactly the same thing.
I mean, it is fan fiction, so of course they pick up those elements and run with it. But we don't need an abuser's handbook out there. That's okay.
I mean, I feel like Twilight's just fan fiction of like Dracula.
Yeah. I mean, yes, her inspiring dream of like, wait, you had a dream of a vampire and a girl? Wow, that's profound.
I'm sticking to my theory about how genres end, and Twilight ended the vampire genre, and it had to be rebooted. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what
I've
happened.
seen full categories at bookstores that are like supernatural young adult romance.
Oh, yeah.
Trash.
Fall in
the trash.
Those have been around
Start
before
over.
and after. That is not a Twilight thing. Young adults have been into that for quite some time.
Oh yeah, it's not new. She just
Does it get its own shelf?
She
broke
Yeah.
out with that particular angle on it. But there is plenty of before and after. It's not an exclusivity thing by any stretch.
Yeah.
And the vampire genre is they're redoing the Interview with the Vampire as the series now, and that's doing real good. So at least they were, when they reverted back to the best vampire stereotypes. Because Anne Rice,
Nosferatu.
I
was like Anne Rice for picking Anne Rice for that.
No, Nosferatu is
I
probably
like
the
the
best
Interview with
vampire
the
movie
Vampire.
since Bram
That's what I was
Stoker's
going to
Dracula.
say. When they reboot a genre and they want to make it scary again. You know what I mean? That's what we got with Nosferatu. It's like
I kind of thought it was.
And Nosferatu was creepy as hell. Yeah.
I thought Nosferatu was really weak. It did not creep me out at all. It didn't get me at all. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Very uncomfortable watching it the whole time.
I remember
Twilight gave me the.
Fred, you liked the shark movie, Fred.
I did.
Oh shit!
That's all I gotta say.
You know, when a teacher gives an assignment, they consider the assignment when grading it. So if I give like a third grader an assignment to make a shark movie and they give me Crawl, I'm like, really good job. But if you give me Robert Eggers adapting Nosferatu, I expect more than like a bland, atmospheric, nothing happens, non-horror movie. It didn't get me. It didn't get me. And I'm a horror guy. I love it. But if you guys want, I'll recommend some real.
We'll meet in the park. We'll meet in the parking lot at 3:00 tomorrow.
I'm with Fred.
After school, Fred. 3:00 in the parking lot after school, Fred.
Are you threatening him?
Tom was right.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom.
Tom, I haven't seen Nosferatu, so don't worry.
I think he's saying Nosferatu.
So
He's into it.
He's right, but this time, I mean,
Hotel Transylvania, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I'll give you. I'll give you some good vampire shit, but that's not it.
I'm
for
with
me,
Fred. It put me to sleep, and then there was one scene where he's like, "When will this end?" I was like, "I second that." And
what were they trying to go for?
I find my comment witty or fun, but when she's into a movie and I'm shitting on it, it's not good. That's where I need my daughter. Like two votes to one, we win.
Divorced.
But she was like, this movie's boring. She left.
Wait,
so
Tom, you missed it on Critical Affection on Monday. We were talking about Twilight, just the first movie. So if you want to compare junk to junk.
I mean,
that's what
measuring drunk.
This is where this show is talking about. So the history of the movie, but we're talking about the soundtrack tonight. So
I gave a little history because I got to do my research, and there's not a lot of research you can do on just the soundtrack.
I will watch Nosferatu way more before.
Muse was.
Dash, have you seen Let the Right One In?
That's
the original.
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
that's my kind of vampire.
That's a very good vampire movie.
Yeah, that's my speed.
That's a very good vampire movie. All right. I'll take it back. We can hang out at the lockers and have a slushie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I can get along with anybody about movies. We just need to find the right ones. Yeah, like
Tom will sit on all the movies we love, and that's okay.
I was like 2 seconds away from getting a wedgie. What the fuck, man?
Listen, we can go hair for hair again if you want. We can go to another hair match.
I don't think you want to fight Dash. I'm just saying.
No, I don't want to fight Dash. I don't think I would win.
No,
I'm an Oompa Loompa. You probably got 10 feet on me.
We haven't gone through our history yet.
I got a bionic leg that doesn't work, so it's like we'll see.
Lori's got 10 feet on me, if that tells you anything.
Yeah, I think can Lori be my champion? I've seen what she does.
She knows
I get
karate,
to bring a weapon.
Take him out like a watermelon.
Yeah.
They were a frying pan against Lori and a frying pan against Dash. That's our battle.
Okay, well, we do have electric knives if y'all needed to do some taser knife fighting.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. You got your taser knives. I forgot about those.
Want a taser knife?
Yes, it's a lot of fun.
Now we're just getting. I was okay with the frying pan.
Engineered weaponry, like all you got to do is talk to Brian. He's gonna set you up.
I was okay with the frying pan, but you start talking taser knives. Now we're getting into dangerous territory.
Have you seen me with a frying pan? I'm deadly.
Yes, I have. That's why I was okay with it.
Want to go against the taser knife. They hurt, but they don't injure.
Expert that you're smashing because Brian needs to get you a taser knife for that.
I have a slice and dice coming this fall. I need one, so we could.
All right, bring
Do you
it
think you could make one that if you stab the fruit, it explodes?
I need something to explode it. Yeah.
Wow.
It needs to explode. Brian, get working on that.
We're not going to talk about Twilight music.
How in the world did we go from Twilight music to exploding fruit?
Final Fantasy VIII with the gun blades?
He just sent me the link. This is amazing.
All right. So,
we're not getting anything done tonight on this show, Ed.
What are your overall, we're not even overall thoughts yet. What's your history with Twilight? Wow, we're gonna be a minute.
Amanda, she's
Amanda,
next, right?
yes.
Me? Oh, yeah. Well, excellent. My history with the Twilight books is that I read them just before the movies came out, when it was the popularity was peaking. I heard about them. I was like, all right, I'll read them. They were not the worst thing I'd ever read, and it was good enough that I wanted to see how the story went. And then I found out how the story went.
Yes.
And then the movie came out, and I watched it. And I believe I did actually go to the second one just to see, because I'm one of those folks who likes to, try a little bit, and then kind of petered out. I got to see the full set because we thought that Ed had requested us to watch all the movies for Monday. So over the weekend, we had watched basically all of the movies back to back, which gives a very interesting perspective for how they changed things and how they kind of moved how they attempted to do the pacing and really shit the bed on it. And then how they kind of really did way too many flashbacks and fluff. They really needed to have made it 2 movies, and then that would have been good. So, and then the soundtrack, I honestly did not even hear or pay attention to during any of the movies. Sometimes the music was a little jarring, but it didn't strike me. So I was very interested to see how listening to the soundtrack isolated was going to go. Yeah. So yeah, that was my history.
Cool. What about you, Fred?
I'm old enough that I knew this was dopey when it came out, so I Same for 50 Shades of Grey, same thing. So I when they came out, I avoided them. I watched the first one out of like morbid curiosity. I wanted it to be good, it was like a Hollywood studio movie and it's horror, and I wanted it to be good, but it was not. I watched 50 Shades of Grey. I thought it was dopey, mild sauce, like not interesting, just kind of weird, and like
You said you watched
the movie. Yeah.
You watched them. Okay.
Yeah, there's
Silently judging.
What?
There's 3 of those.
No, I was curious. So
it was a phenomenon for a minute. So everyone who had read the book wanted to see if the movie matched it, and I don't know. I've watched or read neither, so
I just remember it feeling very like what was like very bland, like what was the hype about, very like what was the I feel that way about all of Dakota Johnson. Like she just has like an I don't want to be here face like in every movie she's in. If you ever saw like the Madam Web like promo shots that they did of her, there's like 15 different poses, all the same facial expression. Like she's just so
she's Keanu Reeves for you.
I think Keanu Reeves is a little bit more versatile than that.
Bored, does he?
He sounds the same in every movie.
Yeah,
he does sound the same, but yeah. So I'm not a fan. Never was. I've seen exactly one Twilight movie, and now I've seen it twice. And my feelings are actually worse on it now. It's
that's too many. That's too many
it got
times.
worse.
It got much worse with time.
All right.
Oh God.
I will say these books and movies are really aimed at not our demographic. So there is, speaking of grading on a
The
curve.
wrong market.
Yeah, but
Although
I mean, I
my
loved
daughter
Lilo
was
and
the
Stitch
right
a few
market,
weeks
and
ago.
she found
That's
it
not
awful.
me. Well, Disney didn't make Lilo and Stitch for me either, but I thought it was adorable. So
I
you
guess
know,
there's
Yeah.
They did though. They
Reanimated
made
one.
it all ages. They
Yeah.
slid in adult jokes for the adults and
I can
all of
put
that.
myself in the head of of just about any audience, and I feel
Yeah.
I'm pretty open minded when it comes to cinema, and
All right, got to get in touch with your inner teenage girl then.
yeah. All right.
I guarantee you,
Not in the way
what?
Edward does.
No.
No, not the way Edward does.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna dig
All right,
through my
I'm
favorite
over
films
100
for
years
Denver.
old, and
Ryan.
We weren't talking about you, Edward.
Yes,
Not
not Team Edward. I mean, technically I am. I have to be, but
Oh, please no.
No.
I'm not
No.
Team either one of them. I guess Jacob's
No.
age appropriate, but
I'm Team
I was
Blade.
like, I was just pissed
I've
off.
seen Bella grow up.
Do any of these fucking men wear shirts? Does that exist in this universe? Like they gotta be.
I
proudly run
mean,
around
they-
with
great
I
shirt.
They
So
they
did the
shirted
flight
Edward
fan.
the majority of the time, and we were all grateful. But then they
Then they
did
pulled it
de-shirt a
off.
lot of others.
No,
But
like
it was supposed to be that because they were, wolfing out, they were destroying their clothing, so it was just easier to.
And
their
they
shorts were
and like
fine.
she
Like
like,
Hulk, I
she
guess.
managed to get that racism in there with the
Every
red-
time.
Yeah, the everybody on the res is super poor, and they made a point in the books, not so much the movies, but they made a point in the books to point out that we don't have infinite money for clothes,
Mhm.
and so we got to just walk around with as few clothes on as possible, so that when we wolf out and explode our clothes, we don't ruin them because we have so few. And like Edward
Banner problems.
and what the hell is Carlisle? Carlisle was always like, oh, here's all the clothes. You can just have everything that we have. It's yours. And they were also too proud to accept the handout. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
Okay,
problematic.
so another one of her problematic things.
Yes.
She explains it in the book, which makes it worse. Where in the movie they just walk around broing out without shirts, and then Edward, when you
Just
finally
look at how
see him
beautiful we
again,
are.
he's got no damn shirt. And when Bella decides she's gonna jump in the fucking water, she wears a sweatshirt. Like
Yeah.
that's how this movie goes. That's how you're doing this.
Yeah, and they make a point of how hot and summery it is in that. in
Yeah,
that
and she's
town
gonna
at
wear a
that point.
sweatshirt, and every dude's got to walk around. I mean, obviously, I'm not
Let's
the
also
demographic.
run through
They
knee-deep
sold
water
me on
because
that.
that's the
Well,
fastest way to
the-
get there.
The wolves run hot, you see. They make a big point about saying that
That's right, yeah.
repeatedly.
Mhm.
He was almost gonna beat up that one dude, but I guess that's because you looked at my girl. Not actually my girl, but I'm still beat your ass.
Yeah.
Third guy. But that's just because I had to watch part 2 and it's fresh in my brain. So all right.
Oh,
Lori,
yeah.
what's your
Fair
history?
enough.
Let's move on. We're gonna get it's gonna be our first hour to get through the history.
Yeah. So I read the books,
Mhm.
and I think I started hating Bella in book 2, and I realized that she's excuse my French, but she's a shitty person even from the beginning. I had to read. I mean, like, even though I hated her as a character, I still wanted to read the end of the book. So that's something to be said about the writing, where it's just like, I hate this character, but I still need to find out what happens next.
Because you're just wanting her to die. I mean,
I don't know about die, but I was just like, why am I reading this drivel? And then I buy the next book, right?
Get some character growth. See how it.
See
you
if
can turn
things
it
get
around.
better. They don't. I watched the first movie in the theater and was like, I did my best not to Mystery Science 3000. I failed at parts. Again, was told I'm a terrible person in the movie theater, because usually when like the bloody parts, I giggle at like all the scary and horrible parts. That's me giggling in the back of the theater. Yeah, that's me. I did not want to go to the second movie, and I think I was peer pressured into it. There was a group, and we're all going to see Twilight, and I just wanted to go out with the group. So I went to see the second one, and and
Going with our
solidified
friends.
that I would never see another one of those in the theater ever again. Like, it was so bad. And I mean, I think the best thing that's come out of this, barring the music, which we're going to talk about tonight, is the TikToks and the reels and the memes of Jasper. There's these two creators that riff on Jasper, and it's so funny how they riff on this one character. It's so funny. I'll have to send you all
the one girl, her name is Yasmin.
Yeah,
she is amazing. I love her so much. Her Jasper impersonations got her onto the red carpet to the fucking Met Gala, I think.
Like,
that's how amazing they are.
Who's the actor that plays Bo Rathbone?
Jackson Rathbone. Yeah.
That one. So even like, he knows who she is, and so there's a guy and a girl that both do these memes, and they're so funny. And then they know each other now, so they're riffing off of each other. Like, that is the best part of everything that has happened. And I stand by that. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, Dash, what's your history?
Unfortunately, I've seen all of them and read all of them, because when you're deployed, you're kind of either you watch them or you're bored. And so, and then again, you have to read them because that's all that's in the deployed library. So, you read them, you watch them, you throw up, and then you continue to go on. But yeah, that's my history. And then being in the Air Force and being a flight chief, and you have young women who are on your flight, that's all they talk about for like the entire guard mount. Yeah, so you get to be like, oh God, I got to hear about Team Edward again. So yeah, that's my history, unfortunately. And yeah, not a fan.
Yes. All right.
Not a fan.
I gotta say real quick,
Go
even
ahead.
Pattinson is Team Jacob. I'm just saying.
And a fun fact I read when I was doing my research is they nearly fired him because of the fact that he was constantly frowning. So he
just gave them bad press too. Like, he'd be on a press tour, and they, like, you're trying to like promote your movie, and he would not.
Yeah, I mean, he's only telling the truth.
Yeah,
but
I mean, he was only being honest.
He lied to promote the movie that he was in.
They said
That's
that
how
vampires
bad
were
he hated
Managed to spin that off into a career of doing basically whatever weird shit he wants to do.
Well, that's why he was like, I'm going to take every weird role they throw at me so people don't remember me as Edward. And then Laurie Calcaterra, anytime I see him, is like, that's Edward Cullen. This is the skin of a killer, Bella. And then all his fandom comes for me with knives.
Well, he'll always be in that role.
Yeah, he's never going to shake that. Like, yeah, we remember him as other stuff too, but I
was going to say, what do you think of when you think of him for not vampire?
This is
Such a piggery.
Killer. Nothing. Batman.
Nothing. I don't. No, because that's the worst Batman that was ever.
I agree.
Batman.
He's the worst. He's the most emo. Like, you're not my dad, Alfred.
Yeah, no, he's.
Hold on, I gotta take this drug to make myself stronger. I know.
Okay, but I think
Mickey
Batfleck's the worst. I'm sorry, Dash.
I told you we're gonna have it out, Fred. We're gonna have
He's
it
been in a
out.
ton of movies. He was in Tenet.
I thought you thought Bale was the worst, though. I thought you hated Bale.
Bale's worse than Robert Pattinson.
That'll be a lot of fun. No, I disagree completely. I think Bale's the best, and Affleck is the worst.
So you like your Batman to scream at everybody?
I want my Batman.
You like screaming Batman.
Batman's not gonna be polite and like polite whispers. He's gonna yell.
But no, he's not gonna scream. Batman.
Yeah, what?
And then when he's done screaming and when he becomes Bruce Wayne again, he's like, Bruce, why is your voice so sore? Why is your voice so sore, Bruce? Why are you talking like this?
Is it
Bruce?
supposed to be gentle persuasion? That's how he gets people to do what he wants.
We don't like quitter. We don't like quitter Batman. We don't like quitter Batman. I'm a quitter. I'm a quitter. I'm a quitter.
This
We
is
don't
going to be
like
the
Batman
longest
outfit Batman
podcast
either.
in history.
Would love
tonight,
for
I'm
us
just
to do
saying.
an episode that's just strictly ranking superheroes because I love hearing y'all's opinions on this.
We can do a whole month.
Try, okay.
Oh,
Ben
yeah.
Affleck just
Saturday
showed
morning
up and played
comic
Ben
talk,
Affleck.
superhero ranking. Let's set it up.
Set it up. Set it up.
All right, so
I love you,
we've
Fred.
made it
I
through
love you
our
too. You're one
first
of my favorite
part of
people.
this. Brian, what's your history?
Pretty much nothing. I was into Harry Potter when this movie came out. So yeah, he's Cedric Diggory. That's it. That's my whole history.
Truth. Now there, I like him as
See,
Cedric.
that's
not a bad
I have
actor.
the same exact history as Brian, except I was teaching when the books got popular. I think it was about book 3. I was teaching 6th grade, and it was a heavy read book. I had it in my classroom library, and it got read quite a bit in the 6th grade library. So I know a lot of students read it. That didn't inspire me to read it, even though some of my students said, "Oh, you have to read this, Mr. Davis. It's so good." I was like, "Okay, I'll take your word on that."
Missed opportunity to bond with your students.
I would read them another book and get them hooked on different series. I would read them Artemis Fowl, the first one aloud, and they'd be like, "Wow, that's great." And then the movie came out, and some of those students came up to me, and they were high schoolers. They're like, "Did you see how bad they did Artemis Fowl?" It's like, I did indeed, and I'm sorry.
I said the same thing about Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh,
Percy Jackson book series is phenomenal. The book's
really
not
good.
phenomenal. The movies, no.
That's another one they talked to me about because you read them books aloud, and Percy Jackson's actually in the curriculum for 6th grade. So we had read that every year with the 6th graders, and then the first movie came out, and they were all
teacher was bullshit. I didn't get to read
upset.
Percy Jackson. I went to a Catholic school. That's probably why I didn't get to read Percy Jackson. That's blasphemy.
No, or Harry Potter.
No, I didn't. Yeah, Harry Potter would have been a no too.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like
all
it.
right. Yeah.
No,
I got yelled
Glenn.
at.
Christian.
I got yelled at hard for reading Harry Potter to my 5th graders. That's when all the Christians hated it until J.K. Rowling went on their side, and they love her now. So
Of course they do.
for a minute they thought it was the most vile thing, and now they like her as much as the one that
Don't
did the
say it
Lion,
out
the Witch, and
loud.
the Wardrobe.
I just like what I like, and I dislike what I dislike. That's where I end everything.
Well, I mean, I
That's
don't
where I
care,
end
but don't tell me what I can read and can't read. And it's like now we're in banned book territory, and the
You
kids
can't read
are gonna,
Batman. You
kids
can't
are gonna
read Batman,
sneak
Ed.
and read it. You know what? I'm sorry, I won't. All right, so let's move to our next section. This is gonna take all day. You won't miss me for the podcast because I'll be gone for like 20 minutes, and we'll be still talking about the first segment. But let's talk about our overall thoughts of the soundtrack. We know our overall thoughts of the movie. We discussed that in detail on Monday, but we're gonna go backwards this time. So, Brian, what are your overall thoughts on the soundtrack?
As a soundtrack, I like it. I appreciate a soundtrack that feels like a good mixed album, and this did that. It's something. There's a few songs that don't, I'll hit
there's
the
some
skip button.
skips. We'll get to there.
But as far as just something I can put on, have in the background, and isn't going to try and distract me, it's got some good songs, and it's good for just to put on. I like it.
I agree. It's some solid needle drops. The needle drops better than the scenes they're being dropped in a lot of the cases, where I'm listening to the songs outside of the movie. And I didn't this week, like I said, I had a family emergency, so I listened to it. Normally it's on the couch, and this time it was literally driving to my dad's house on the freeway. So I'm not as versed as I normally am. I'm taking notes in a bumpy car, so forgive me if I don't have as much to say, but that's all right. We got enough people to say a lot, so if I don't say as much, I have no beautiful couch metaphors for this week because it was barely getting done. So, what are your overall thoughts of the soundtrack, Dash?
So when I turned this on and looked out the window, every Hot Topic manager was standing outside my window waiting for me to turn up the music. It's far, I like some songs, I dislike some songs. this is definitely not one of the better soundtracks that I've heard. But I mean, it's just even my daughters walked out. They're like, "Dad, why are you depressed?" And they walked out of the room on me. So they didn't want to listen to it either. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just glad that you sent me the link because I could not.
It was hard to find a version of it, so I that was the most complete one I could find.
Yeah, that was complete. The only thing I didn't have was Edward's song or Robert.
Yeah,
Pattinson's
it didn't have that one, but that's
which one? There was two.
The sign one.
Yeah,
Let Me Sign and Never Think were the two.
Let Me Sign.
Yeah,
it didn't have Let Me Sign on it.
I didn't.
All right. So Dash gives it the Megoat. So
it is the
He has invoked the Megoat for this one. All right. So Lori, what are your overall thoughts of the soundtrack?
Dog.
Murphy says that he liked it.
Murphy.
I think it was all right. I mean, kind of just what Brian said, that it was like a mixtape, and there's the standout ones that we all know because we've heard them, used in the background. I used one as a reel just last week. You know what I mean? So they're still pretty in the now. Like people still use the music; it's not forgotten. But yeah, there was definitely some skippables in there for sure.
We'll talk about that when we get there. But yeah. All right. What about you, Fred?
I really did not like the soundtrack. Not at all. Well, I wouldn't say not at all. I did like the Paramore songs. I always liked Paramore. And there was one other one that got a thumbs up for me, but every other song was thumbs down, especially when you relate it back to the movie. Like a lot of these have a real severe ick factor.
Actually, the soundtrack is why I started watching baseball.
I was going to say some of the songs are much more romantic than the scenes that they were meant to be in. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you zone out and you're like, oh, it's so romantic.
I think she had a good picture of what she wanted these songs to do for the film. The film just didn't relate.
The film didn't do it.
Okay.
The film didn't do it, but the songs I think kind of capture it. Sorry, I was going to say that and I forgot to say that. Sorry.
Yeah, and I know Muse was one of her favorite bands. I guess she said she listened to a lot of Muse when she was writing it, so that's why she really wanted to get a Muse song into the soundtrack for the worst baseball scene of all time. So
yeah, but like even that one too, like when you get into the it's when you associate it with the movie and the story and the characters and stuff, it's all really icky. Like really gross. Like the Linkin Park song, like Leave Out All the Rest. Like it sounds like the guy is like being taken out in handcuffs to his like girlfriend with two black guys. And he's like, remember that time I took you to like leave out all the rest, leave out all the abuse, just remember the good time. Like that's literally what it sounds like. And it's really like, ugh, like it's just like with so many of these songs.
I can't listen to that song because of the baseball or to me, like now I can't, if Muse comes on or if I hear the Muse song because I'll throw random on YouTube or something and Muse comes on, I can't listen to it because I picture baseball, a horrible baseball game.
I didn't even associate it with the baseball scene. It just felt like bad Prince covers, like bad Prince cover bands. Like it was really, really bad. Like a lot of these songs were like really, hard for me to get through. The Collective Soul one. There's the last one. I was my last note for the Collective Soul one. I was like, this feels like a leftover song that they couldn't fit in the 7 seasons of Dawson's Creek, so they put it on this soundtrack. So,
good stuff.
Yeah. So.
Wait till we get to my favorites.
Wait till I get to my skips.
All right, Amanda. Go ahead with your overall thoughts of the soundtrack.
My overall thoughts of the soundtracks are that the song titles were good, and it's a shame about the music.
I like it. All right, what about you, Sarah?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle with most of us, I guess. Like it's fine. I think Brian's description of it as a solid mixtape is pretty apt, and I'm glad to know what the Hoa Hoa song is actually called because I didn't know the name of it before.
Which one is that?
Like,
that's
Eyes on Fire.
Eyes on Fire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah. There were 3 of them where they were oohing and awing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's way worse when you actually listen to it too. God.
It's fine. I like some of them, and some of them I'm like whatever. And that Robert Pattinson, the one I like, what the fuck is he even saying in that song?
It's just
Still don't know.
And that was the beginning of mumble rap right there, just with music.
Yes.
It's fine.
All right. So I'm with Brian. As a mixtape, it works. Like I said, I didn't get as much exposure to it as I normally would have. I would have probably given it like 3 listens, and I gave it 2. I listened to it yesterday when I was having to drive up to my dad's, and then I listened to it today when I was on my run. And it does work for running music. It has enough tempo to keep your pace going in most cases. And then I know there's a Perry Farrell song that's not on Spotify, so trying to compile all of it together was tricky. I know if I went to YouTube, I probably could have found a version of it, but I can't do YouTube. I can't do YouTube when we're driving because my dad lives in a pretty desolate area, so we would have lost the reception. Where Spotify, we just downloaded it, so it was in there. Now I can undownload some of the songs and keep the ones that are decent.
The Perry Farrell song wasn't on there. Did I miss that one? Yeah,
I don't know. I listened to what I could and figured, all right, if I'm missing something, I'm not gonna really care that much. All right, so Lori's muted, but that's all right. She'll chime in when the time comes.
She's got gas.
All right. So our next category, we're going to talk about our favorite songs on the soundtrack. So what are the best songs on the soundtrack? So Sarah, I don't know if Sarah's here. She said she might have to step away for a moment. So I guess we'll go to Amanda. What's one of your favorites on the soundtrack?
If you don't listen to the lyrics, the Super Massive Black Hole might be okay for running. If you need to go get some exercise in, it'd be a good running song. And the Bella's Lullaby was not the worst. Again, don't listen to the lyrics. Just the melody wasn't bad. It had a little bit of a almost 60s pop infused into some classical, and that was kind of nice.
Yeah. Does that one have lyrics? I don't even know.
No, Bella's Lullaby doesn't.
That one's instrumental. Yeah, that's a nice instrumental. I agree. Mm-hmm. All right, so what about you, Fred? What's one of your favorites on this?
I like Decode, the Paramore, the poppy one. That's the only one on this that I knew outside of here. And I still liked it, again, listening to it today.
Okay. So that's it. You got one. Okay.
Well, I could throw in the other Paramore song as well. And
both Paramore's.
And Eyes on Fire by Blue Foundation. I thought that was good.
Okay.
That's about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I said my note was
silently judging.
Good song, not for this movie. It was not for this movie in all caps. So I don't remember what that meant exactly, but look, Lori, I'm just going off of my emoji fingers and if the fingers up or down.
Yeah. Love you, Fred.
Yeah.
So what about you, Lori? What are some of your favorites from this one?
There wasn't many as I would say favorite because I was kind of like meh. The Muse song I think was the same thing, but the lyrics on all of them get me, and I'm just like I don't know if I agree with that. Eyes on Fire, that's the one you hear all the time in the TikToks and the reels and stuff. Ha, ha, ha. But when you hear the song, where they have that part, what I just did, they put it in at the most random part that doesn't even it doesn't fit with the rhythm, it doesn't fit with the melody, and I was just like, this is what we're doing. It was all wrong. But I mean, I do enjoy the reels and the TikToks that came out of it, but still, when I listened to the actual song, I was like, no, I don't know what we're doing here. So Muse 100% for me. Yeah. All
right. What about you, Dash?
Oh, I like the 15 Step by Radiohead. That was a decent song. And then Leave Out All the Rest by Linkin Park, because I know that's when the credits are rolling in the movie. So that tells me that the movie is over and I don't have to. But yeah, that's about it. That's the only 2 songs that I absolutely will listen to on this.
Yeah, and 15 Step doesn't make the actual released soundtrack.
They're both in the. Well, 15 Step was in the closing.
That one
that was in the credits as well.
They didn't give that song to the album and CD that got released.
Right.
So the Radiohead song, if you watch the YouTube one, some of them include it, some of them don't. That was the mess, trying to find one that compiled everything, and all I found was most of it. I never found one that had everything, but again, I couldn't use YouTube because we just didn't have the reception.
What happened to all the other copies? Did they get burnt? Did somebody throw them in the dump with the ET Atari games?
Other way around. There's
backyard.
so many fan compilations and mix-ups that it's hard to swim through them to find what's the legit. And oh no, I love this song. It should have been included. There were so many.
Oh yeah, I've seen that on a lot of them. Yes.
Yeah. And
funny enough, YouTube Music also did not have a complete album.
No, YouTube did not have a complete album.
YouTube didn't, and I know that even the Amazon Music has one, but like I said, the Radiohead song they didn't give permission to
Amazon
put it
has
into
like
the
4
actual
songs from it, I think.
album release. So the Amazon one, I mean, it was just, you have to find a compiled one. That was the best thing I found on Spotify, and it was still not perfect, but good enough. So what about you? What are some of your favorites, Brian?
The Supermassive Black Hole, obviously. I think that elevated the baseball scene, but I think the baseball scene brings Supermassive Black Hole down.
Yeah.
If they did not help each other, Supermassive Black Hole just helped. But I love Trouble for My Beloved by Collective Soul because that gave me vibes like the Craft soundtrack.
I thought that too.
Yes.
Okay, this is bringing me back to my
like
angsty
that.
days.
I like
I'm like, I'm here for it.
I can see
the
that.
lyrics. It felt like they had 2 choruses with no song.
Yeah,
but whatever.
But
for
it
would on in the background for vibes. Hell yeah!
It would have fit right in the Craft. They could have put that one in there, and it would have. You would have not. It wouldn't have fell out of place, especially because Collective Soul was a '90s band, so that was kind of what was going on that soundtrack anyway. So yeah, the far superior Craft soundtrack, it could have gone on that and not been an outlier. So yeah, I'm
far superior movie too. That's how you do like angsty teenage, like, you know,
light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather.
Oh yeah, I love that movie, and that one. That's a good soundtrack. I guess we could cover that a different time. But all right, for me, let me see what I had.
7,000 times.
That's why I love Nev Campbell.
Yeah,
that's
7.
Parker Posey.
Yes. So I had Full Moon Black Ghost. I liked it. It's kind of, well, it was the opener on the version I had. It's not the opener, but it's the first song in the soundtrack. I thought it had kind of good acoustic stuff going on. It brought in the strings, so I thought it fit. I mean, Supermassive Black Hole, I like that one. That one's, you know, I knew it way before the movie. And then I do like Flightless Bird. I'm a big Iron and Wine fan. I've known him for a lot of years, and I didn't know it was in the Twilight soundtrack. I had no idea because I didn't pay any attention to it. So when I went to my cousin's wedding, and they're younger, they're like early 20s, and they're playing that as their walkout song. I'm like, how the fuck do they even know who Iron and Wine is? Because I just knew him as the guy who opened for, you know, other folk bands that I went to go see. Then it all made sense. As soon as I was watching Twilight, I'm like, aha, I know it now. Now I know why they picked that song, because she's a big Twilight person. I don't think he is, but he was probably like, yes, honey. You know, you don't fight something like that unless he loves it too. I don't know. But I was just thinking, how do they know it? Now I know how they know Iron and Wine, because he's more underground than that. I mean, he has a couple hits and all, but yeah, that's a song.
That's why she picked these most of the songs for this was because they were indie and underground.
Yeah, and they were kind of going for that. Now they can say that was the vibe they were going for, but knowing about all the budgetary constraints, that was the affordability they were going for. Because they couldn't afford big names, because you're not getting the Rolling Stones, you know, you're not getting Sympathy for the Devil as a needle drop when you have a budget that they just said, cut it by $4 million. So we're going to see some horrible wire effects instead of CG where we need to be. And then
y'all know the story behind Vampire Money by My Chemical Romance?
No.
Was it because of this movie? Yeah, I figured.
they tried to pay My Chemical Romance, like, I've heard as much as 7 figures to write a song for the soundtrack, and they're like, bro, do you know who the fuck we are? Like,
yeah.
this trite bullshit. So they wrote the song "Vampire Money," which makes fun of the vampires, and they're just like, "Give me free cheap money for doing like selling out." Mm-hmm. It's just scathing. I love it.
Oh, that's hilarious! I love it.
I gotta listen to that.
Yeah, I know that they wanted them in the soundtrack. I know that was one of the big things that they wanted, but I think by the time the third movie came, they had more soundtrack budget. And there's a song, a Grizzly Bear song that I love in the second one. But again, I knew the song because I listened to the band. I didn't know it was actually a Twilight song. So I'm like, oh, I just like this song. And the same was with 15 Step, although that's not really a soundtrack song because they were like, you can use it in the movie, but you can't sell it on your album. So yeah, I love that My Chemical Romance fought him on that one and then made fun of it completely as they were, raking in truckloads of money, but not the Twilight truckloads of money. But yeah, the fact that I can't believe that in the second movie, when they had money, they had made all this money and they still said fast production, low budget. But it shows bad when you're watching that. Those werewolf effects, pain. Like the whole tromping werewolf scene is, you're not doing crappy wire effects anymore, but the CG's no better. So you have money, and they still didn't use it. I don't know if they use it in part 3 because I haven't made it that far yet, but from what it sounds like, they didn't. So
good luck.
I'm here. I'm going to battle through, and then we're going to watch the last one together.
It's going to be amazing.
In a really bad live stream. But yes, we'll do it on Pilled where they won't kick us off. Because our Dash and I suffered through Christmas Vacation too. Can it be worse than that? I don't think so.
Oh, I think Twilight's worse than Christmas Vacation 2.
Is it really? Christmas Vacation 2 is an abomination of film.
It's not like Twilight.
It's chipwrecked with Cousin Eddie. It's worse than a Chipmunks movie. That's how bad that thing is. So if you're saying it's worse, I don't know. I'm ready because we had a good time making fun of Christmas Vacation 2.
That was a good time to make fun of.
Yes. We enjoyed our making fun of that movie, so I'm ready to make fun of the last Twilight, and I'll watch it with my wife first, so I don't get the dirty looks. But yes,
I'm
here.
You won't. It's not going to work, Ed. Just be prepared to get the dirty looks.
That's okay.
Just go ahead and say I'm not watching it. Get the dirty looks, and then we watch it, and then we say all the bad things about it.
Yeah, you know what? We've been married 25 years. I'm used to the look when I do it, and she's used to me not relenting. So it's like we have a compromise. We know that I'm not going to shut up, and we know that she's going to look at me and like give me that shut up look, but it's gonna be unsuccessful. So we found which avenues to really fight with, and that one's not one of them. Unless it's actually a good movie, and if I start Mystery Science Theatering a good movie, then I hear about it. But that's all right.
Well, maybe you should watch it after. Then you can watch it fresh with us. We get your good reactions, and then you'll have got it out of your system before watching it with her.
I was going to say watch it with your wife. Anytime you're incentivized to say something, write it down and save it.
I like it.
That way you come in with pre-knowledge.
Yes.
Just take a picture of your reaction though with your face.
Right.
You could make a whole reel of it. Like, should I put it put your face and then put like your comment in writing?
I'll have my daughter. She's what gives me the winning vote. So I'll have her grab some moments, and then we'll get my wife's reaction moments, and we'll just make reels of it. And then when we watch it, the 4 of us or the 7 of us, and make fun of it, it will be good. We just have to figure out what time we can do that. And like I said, it'll have to be only Pilled, but people can join us on Pilled and watch it and tear it apart. Because I know the Christmas Vacation when a lot of people tuned in because that was the one place you could, and I saved them having to rent it. So that is not a $199 well spent. So as long as we can screen share Disney Plus, we're good. All right, so we are making it to our next category. We're actually moving now. So what ones are we skipping? I think we got a lot. Oh wait, Sarah, you didn't give us your top one. So what are your favorites on this one?
I like Supermassive Black Hole because it's more was the only kind of you know, the like the closest thing to something you can dance to on here.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe it's just a sentimental thing, but I do like the Ho Ho song. And but yeah, I think that Supermassive Black Hole is probably my favorite of the bunch.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, that's kind of where I stand too. Besides 15 Step, which isn't properly on the soundtrack, but I think those are good. And like you said, those are the ones that have enough tempo to move to. Because when I was running, I mean, the pace wasn't bad. I mean, because I've had to run. I always give a run test, and I've had to run with albums I love that are just terrible running albums. So, you know, even with that said, this one has enough pace where even some of them they all kind of start on that same acoustic mid-tempo level. Some of them get some percussion and stuff that kicks in and gets them more tolerable for running. But yeah, that Supermassive Black Hole actually has enough tempo to run with, and it's kind of opposite of everything you have on it because it's got a more swanky vibe to it, where the other ones have that kind of one note acoustic vibe. No, I love
compare Supermassive Black Hole to like pretty much the rest of the album. It's almost like hard rock compared to it because the other stuff is so that very soft, very minor key, like you said, acoustic.
Yeah.
And I would not call Muse hard rock, but yeah, like that song compared to it, kind of.
It comparatively, because the soundtrack has kind of it's one tempo where that's what they went to. They probably scoured the indie bands that were out at the time, saw which ones were affordable, and got that same vibe all the way through. That's why it kind of works if you're just playing it in the background, because it kind of feels like it's moving at one pace. And if you play the properly tracked soundtrack that they released, Muse comes first, and then the rest of it just kind of lives in that one level. All right, so let's head into our skips. So I'm sure we have a lot more of those. So Sarah, what ones would you skip on this soundtrack?
I would definitely skip our Pat song, because what the hell was he saying? Like we said,
the mumbles.
We talked about that in some detail on Monday's show, and that wasn't even about the music. But yeah, so I think that one goes without saying. But the other one that I would skip is the one that they played during the prom.
Flightless Bird.
Flightless Bird. Don't give a shit about that song at all. I thought it was a weirdly, and like if you look at the lyrics, like why the hell was that song being played at the prom? And I like there's a lot of people out there, a non-zero portion of the population that likes Twilight, that thinks that song is the anthem of the entire series, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I know. That's why my cousin used it at their wedding. It's
a piece of shit song is what it is. I hate that song. And then I
like it. I'm an Iron and Wine fan, so
yeah, that's fair. I
liked them well before that. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't just like Iron and Wine. I just don't like that song. And I read somewhere that Kristen Stewart actually requested or suggested that song be the one that they dance to, and I'm like, okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense in the dance because his lyrics are kind of odd, and they don't generally make much sense. They're not just standard "I love you" songs. He writes very poetic, and it's like they would never use that at a dance until now. Now the Twilight's been out, it's probably at all the high school dances. So yeah, up until that point, when I heard it, I was like, wait, why is Iron Wine in this song? Oh,
yeah. Maybe that's why I don't like the song, like specifically because it was a bad song. It was a bad match for the scene that it was in. Maybe that's why I don't like it. Maybe if I would have heard it out of context first, I would have been like, oh yeah, that's okay. But I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I had the album that it came on, so that's how I knew it. And yeah, it was not. It was a shock to me that it was in there. Then it was not a shock because then I thought, okay, now it all comes clear. But yeah, I see where you'd come if that was your first exposure to it. Yeah. So what about you, Amanda? Are you skipping anything?
Yes. I would strongly recommend skipping Leave Out All the Rest, or as I was calling it, the Abuser's song. It's both the lyrics wildly inappropriate, and then the way that the music was like electronic, and they were kind of throwing it from ear around and adding in the different beats. It was not very pleasant to listen to, so not so much there. Decode is also pretty good for skipping. There's just a lot of like sort of almost plinking going on with the guitar, and then the high-pitched la la la's were just no. The again, lyrics not amazing, but also just the way it was being done. The Never Think with the guitar, and yes, I find it funny that you all are talking about how like you don't like the song because of the mumbles and you can't understand the lyrics, but that's true for all of these songs. You can't understand the lyrics, and so it's just a problem. Like I tried to write down what I thought the lyrics were with some of them, and I have some great results for Mad Libs as a result. But yeah, not
we
so
could
much.
Do the misheard lyrics segment.
That would misheard lyrics would definitely be my nickname for this one then. But yeah, he was clearly trying to pull off some sort of like bad Johnny Cash or Elvis accent when he was doing this song, and it did not go.
I don't know what he was thinking. It was like British into country and just mumble your way through. I don't get it.
You got to actually throw a letter on some of those words.
I feel like he was trying to have that Pacific Northwest kind of vibe to the song for some reason. Other than that,
I know he was a songwriter and singer before the Twilight one. I think they included it, and it was a pre-recorded song. And if that's the case, then you can see why he stayed with acting, and we don't see his albums coming out.
Yeah.
All right.
And the Radiohead was just the 15th Step one. So much mumbling, and just the music wasn't really carrying it through. It sounded like he was gargling at one point. It was not pleasant. The Let Me Sign bonus track was also not great. It didn't have a lot of lyrics. It was very repetitive. It was there, but I wouldn't actually recommend anyone necessarily go for it. Supermassive Black Hole maybe pass. Like they keep doing these like falsettos and high voices when they're talking about emotions, like men can't express emotion without being girly in some fashion, and I don't dig it. And then the lyrics that they're saying are, not coming through well. So you're kind of, I guess, supposed to only like the 5 words they let you hear and then guess the rest. It's not like, I don't know the point there. Yeah. And the I Caught Myself was
you're taking down the whole soundtrack.
So bad.
I think I know what you're voting in the use bin section. I have a prediction.
I think you have a prediction that I might agree with. Yeah. Eyes on Fire was really terrible. Okay.
So you're just saying take it down. So yes, Dylan.
That's the anthem of Twilight, and you're just shitting all over it. Dang.
So it deserves it. It deserves it.
Twilight.
Well, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that's the Twilight anthem here, and you're killing it.
Yes. All right, but that's okay. I think we're allowed to kill it. We killed the movie on Monday. Why not kill the soundtrack today?
Fair.
All right. So Fred, what are you skipping? And is it as many as Amanda? That's the question. Amanda's like, just get the soundtrack, hand it to Lori, let her take it away with one of her weapons.
Yes, I also hate the soundtrack as much as Amanda does.
I could do the Jasper baseball bat and then break it. Hello? Never mind.
But yeah, no, I went to like a simple like thumbs up, thumbs down ranking system for this, and I got 9 down and 3 up, and even those were like, eh. But the one that I can't believe in her like firing squad that Amanda missed was.
Oh, I just stopped because y'all clearly didn't want me to talk anymore.
You have all, name them all. You can shit on the whole soundtrack. It's fine. We'll come back to you.
The one that there's a time-honored tradition in movies where like they bring in like a band, and they give them like they either give them very little information or the band just doesn't care enough, and they write like a vaguely tie-in song. And Go All the Way is not only is it like an insultingly distant from this, like it's such a generic. It almost feels like he like watched the trailer and is describing what happened. Like you stepped out of a car, and it's like really stupid. But it's also really kind of like go all the way. It feels like an American Pie song. Like it's just not right for this movie. And again, just really creepy when it's a Yeah, I mean, it was literally an actor that was like 23 playing with an actress that was literally 17. I mean, those were their ages. So it's literally creepy beyond all the thematic creepiness of the story. And this song is like celebrating. It's like, go all the way, like be fucking creepy and rapey. And it's just so not right. So in a soundtrack of shit, I think that is probably the shittiest.
You and Amanda.
Let's not forget that tonal shift they had in the middle, where suddenly they completely changed up how they were doing the lyrics and the music a bit. It was like listening to someone grind the clutch, because it just halted the song for a second and then restarted. And you're like, oh no, this is the same song. Oh, okay, cool.
I give the song
we're moving Fred to the balcony Muppet spot. They haven't. It's been a while since they've been there. They are here. They have made it. Waldorf and Statler are here to tell us why this sucks, and that's all right.
I'm clearly the one with less hair.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So, any other songs you want to skip besides all of them?
Yeah, I got one other one that I thought the Robert Pattinson song also, the lyrics and the whole, like, it all felt very groomer to me, like very like kind of like the song he would sing. I mean, wasn't it literally the song he sung to her while he was like in her bedroom trying to lull her into?
I don't know, but
I think that was the song they were singing.
Sleep at night.
When she was in the hospital and that
it was a
song
hospital.
was playing. And she was like, I don't remember I think they were talking in the hospital, and that's when she was doing that gibbery bullshit. I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, that was the hospital song.
Yeah,
listen, Robert Pattinson is no Patrick Swayze, okay? Can we just agree to that? He is no Patrick Swayze when it comes to singing a song for the soundtrack.
I do not know how he got the teen idol or the hunky heartthrob like persona. Like, he's such a weird guy to me. Like, in all his performances, he always plays like even this. I don't want to get
don't come on one of my pages then when we're doing the Robert Pattinson versus somebody, because you will get ganged up on, because Lori and I were saying we don't want Robert Pattinson, and we had 500 people.
I didn't even know who these people. I was like, are these your friends?
500 people came in chewing us out.
I love
chewing us out.
Okay, I'll be happy to talk to them too.
Joke?
Yes.
So serious.
Next time, tag me in. I would have made it so much worse for you. It would have been amazing.
I was like, I don't even.
Tag me
is
in
this a joke?
too.
I'm like, should I go full Karen? I'm not really sure what to do here.
Oh, listen, no, you were my friend. They were not my friend. I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to go off.
I had so many times I had written like a paragraph, and I was like, no, I can't do that. This is on Dash's page. I'm like, what if that's his neighbor or someone he went to high school with, and I'm just like blah 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 blah, and I'm like, all right, awesome, good job.
Yeah, I missed this whole discourse.
Yeah, it was
fun.
Oh, sorry, I missed
Penson
it.
has a crowd. They are vocal.
It lasted 3 days, 3 or 4 days, I think.
There was multiple people.
Yeah, 3 or 4 days.
Dash would remove a comment and block them, and then be someone else, and I was just like, "What is going on now?"
What's going to happen in this one after the fact? Are we going to get Kate pushed again?
We're going
to. It's been a while since someone's delivered like vitriol and hate to us.
You're going to have a 7-paragraph takedown essay because we don't like Robert Pattinson now.
Well, I'll take it.
I don't like him. I just don't like the way, like, his voice was fine. It was the choice of music lyrics.
Delivery.
Yeah, the delivery, and that was clearly encouraged.
I mean, I haven't seen this Good Time movie that he is supposedly supposed to be good in or whatever. But like, what are the other like good Robert Pattinson performances? Because every time I see something that's supposed to be good, like Mickey 17, he's just a spastic shit.
That was ridiculous. That was a ridiculous movie.
17 was a weird one, yeah.
The best performance I've seen him do was his role in the Odyssey recently, and that's because in that movie, that's exactly who he's supposed to be, like a squirmy little. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but he's supposed to be like a squirmy little kind of.
He was typecast in that. I was waiting for him to start sparkling in the Odyssey.
Yeah, but that's who he was supposed to be in that, and like it worked.
I thought he was fine in that, and Dylan, we agree. If you go back to our Kate Bush episode and. Here we were not fans of her first album, and we got destroyed for not liking it. But Running Up That Hill, meh.
I think he's all right as an actor. I don't think he's like
he's the Mego of actors, but yeah, I don't think
he's a great actor. He's not a horrible actor though. He's not the he's no Olivier or
He's
something.
better
like
than
that,
Jared Leto, at least. So.
Well, I think
everybody's better
Low
than
bar.
Jared Leto.
Low bar.
I don't want to get on a too off track here, but like this generation's actors are not the best. Actresses, yes, very strong.
They're
but
all
the
nepo
You've been on the
babies.
show. Off track's always allowed.
male
nepo,
actors.
They're nepo babies.
It's not that. It's just that, like, I think that they're like
yes,
they're
it
focused.
is.
A lot of them are. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I just saw like a Marvel movie the other day that was like, like 4 80s, children in it. It was like Bill Pullman's kid and Russell's kid, and it's all that. I get it. But I'm talking about like the ones that are like perennially nominated for Oscars and shit like that. Like Chalamet is not a particularly strong actor. I don't know why he keeps getting credit for this stuff. Austin Butler it's squishy. He's fine. I don't think
he had a problem with like getting out of Elvis.
Yeah, he got stuck in that Elvis.
He got stuck in Elvis.
Yeah.
He did
but this guy
too much method on that one.
Way
like
too much
Jim
method.
Carrey on Man on the Moon. If you watch that documentary, he got so method.
He got lost.
Like he lost his friggin' mind. He got so method.
Yes.
Apparently, Johnny Depp got into his Ebenezer character this weekend and like ruined Comic-Con for a bunch of people. Like he was causing like log jams of lines and shit because he was going around like playing Ebenezer and like people didn't want him.
Yeah,
to do it.
Johnny
They were
Depp.
like, stop.
Johnny Depp did not win Comic-Con. When you look at who won Comic-Con, it was not Johnny Depp. I mean, I guess
he was wildly unpopular.
You know who won Comic-Con? Rick
won
Moranis,
Comic-Con.
because like he got a friggin' hero's welcome as deserved when he
Who
stepped
did?
out on that stage. It's like the
Rick
longest
Moranis.
standing ovation.
Dark Helmet.
Dark Helmet, because he came out for the Spaceballs panel and people lost their shit. And
would.
Marvel did well, but I think Spaceballs and Rick Moranis won it. And whether Spaceballs 2 is good or not, I can't imagine. I have no hopes for it because it's 40 years later. But if Rick Moranis came out of retirement, maybe there's a slim chance it's decent. But I just think he won Comic-Con and Johnny Depp lost Comic-Con because he thought it would be so funny to do method and people hated him.
He's trying so hard to stage himself a comeback, and he is like, stop trying so hard. You're Johnny Depp. All you have to do is act in some movies, and some people will come and see it, and eventually they'll forget about all the shitty things, and you'll go back to being the beloved.
He was acquitted. There was nothing. He didn't do anything wrong.
No, he's guilty of being a scumbag. But you can't fire. You can't cancel someone for that.
I mean, like they were both scumbags.
The two of them are awful human beings. I would not want to meet them and hang out with them, even when he's dressed like Ebenezer Scrooge.
Eventually, people like the public forgets what these. I mean, look at every time a politician, a shitty politician dies, they always eulogize them and then like minimize the shitty things that they've done. And the same thing happens with actors. Like you do something shitty, your best bet is to disappear for a little while and then spring back up. Take your time, look through, find a really good script, and then they forget that you did bad things because, oh my God, you're back in this amazing movie.
So the cannibal guy is back. So if he can stage a comeback, anybody can.
What cannibal guy?
Army Hammer.
Army Hammer.
Army Hammer.
Oh my gosh, he made it back. I mean,
next I wouldn't say he's
Kevin
back,
Spacey.
but he's trying.
He's not back.
He's got a movie
he's not back.
he's doing. Yeah.
But I mean, like that's a hard comeback, right? You lost jobs
that's as low as you can get.
You wanted to be a cannibal.
But they didn't know. They didn't even blackball him for wanting to be a cannibal. He really did do some crappy shit. But
he did lots of stuff.
Yeah, he did lots of stuff. It wasn't even. If you look at some of the stuff that they're mad at him about, the cannibalism was like 10th on the list.
That's on the
He
bottom
asked
of the list.
she was his girlfriend or his wife. I'm not
well,
sure.
I mean, like I said, the 9 things that he did.
He wanted her to donate one of her ribs to him so he could cook it and eat it.
The 9 other things he did before that were really shitty. But I mean, but if
he was asking, that was sort of a consensual cannibalism situation. The other things he was doing, not so consensual.
Right now, he's back
all of it
in movies.
Why is he back?
Not in prison.
Because they have a playbook. They have a playbook for you go underground, then we soft launch you with like going on a show here and trying to get viral trending for something there, like go kiss a puppy.
I wouldn't even say he's
visit
back.
sick children, and then they go
he's
from
not
there.
Back yet, but he's clearly trying.
Trying for it.
13 going on 30
Oh,
remake.
yeah.
Wow.
They're gonna redo everything.
Why?
There are
Dylan-
so many
Dylan-
fascinating stories out there that they could be doing. Instead, they just try
No,
to
they just
rehash
remake
the
everything.
rehash.
We got a room full of fucking stories, Hollywood, right here.
Dylan always comes in to
want
lighten
R,
the
you want
mood,
PG,
and
we
Dylan.
got you covered, and you were gonna make 13 going
We
on
need
30
we need
again?
one of Immortal Era and Path of the Pale Rider for sure.
His book
need-
and his book.
Yeah, I was like, and we need
Dash has a
we need
couple
all
books,
the
speaking of
Dash's
Dash.
books. We need a Hybrids movie.
Yeah.
We need,
I want
and like,
fisticuffs,
I'm down
man.
for a Granica series. I feel like Granica would be a great miniseries.
We need a fisticuffs
Noctiluca would be great.
after dark.
Noctiluca would be
Dylan,
fun.
Dylan, I just
Not
want you
as
to know
the
that I love that
story
you
that
came
y'all
in and
got
said
going
that.
on, but Noctiluca would surely be fun to watch. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like, come on,
Tons.
hire all of us. We will
Don't
work
get me
for
sta-
so
don't
much
get
less
me
money than these
Throw
other
money at us.
assholes hiring. Yeah.
Don't get me started on. I got chewed out
Our standards
because
are so much lower.
I got chewed out because I didn't want the Scrooge movie. I was literally like,
no
do
one
we
wants
not
the
have?
Scrooge movie.
Oh god,
Charles Dickens is
I
like,
got yelled at for
he's
making
gonna
a
haunt
jerk joke
somebody.
thing, so I'm not gonna do that again, but I really want to.
all right. So we got, I think, let's.
we're
see,
all
about-
the rest of us are skipping everything.
All right, so skip everything. So let's see. Dash, what are you skipping? Because I can, my next podcast, I can sneak over there, but we can kind of wrap it up. 'Cause we're near the end of this.
As soon as Haley Williams starts singing and the
You hate Haley Williams. That's right.
yeah,
We got
I
our
hate
Paramore
Haley
thing
Williams,
before.
and it's just because like when you like eat like a certain meal for like 40 years in a row, like you've had that meal and you just get tired of it. I had a certain paramour, if you will, who was and just listen to Haley Williams 900,000 times, and so you just her voice starts becoming a drill bit in your head.
Was that the Decode song?
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
know we were talking
Decode.
about the movie Pie.
Huh?
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 Pie.
Decode was
I like
was
Decode.
fine,
That's fine.
but it's her. If she wasn't singing it, it would be a better song.
You
Okay,
just don't like
but
Haley Williams. That's why we're gonna make you cover a Paramore album.
Ah.
Still got to get revenge for Kate Bush.
Those are really the only ones I'm skipping are the Paramore songs, and I
All
didn't and Edward or Robert
Edwards.
Pattinson.
Robert
The rest
Pattinson's
of them are
okay.
all right. I mean, I can have them as background noise, and they're not going to bother me. But the Paramore songs, and again, it's due to personal taste instead of real like.
It's
I can't say I
history
hate
stuff.
her as a person, but like if you eat macaroni and cheese for 9,000 years, you're going to get tired of macaroni and cheese.
Yes. All right. So, Brian, what about you? What skips do you have?
Actually, I think I'm skipping most of your favorited songs. Like Full Moon
We don't
was
have
like,
to
hey,
agree
let's
here.
try to produce this like it's an old song. One of those old shitty songs that people just dislike on the radio. And Flightless Bird. I did not like it.
And
you
you
know
know
what?
what?
Yeah.
The
It's
lyrics, I
fine.
liked it
I'm
even
an
more.
Iron and Wine guy. I mean, it kind of comes back to I saw him years ago as just solo acoustic guy playing with the Shins and with Glenn Hansard, and I loved him. So that is mine, and you can shit on him. It's all good.
I just did.
I know my opinion's not the best here because I listen to obscure weird
We
shit.
are so getting Kate Bushed on this one. We are
That's
so
all right.
getting Kate Bushed.
I'm standing on the I'm
It's gonna
standing
bleed
up for
into like
Iron and
3
Wine.
different podcasts too, isn't it? This is gonna be like your podcast is gonna get flamed, and our podcast is gonna get
That's
flamed,
all
and
right.
Lori's gonna get flamed. Like we're all going down.
Hey,
Yes.
this is what we're
All
here
right,
for.
so we're gonna
And
make
still,
this.
send me all the records, and I'll bash them in my backyard.
I
I'm
did
here
not
for it.
buy this one, so fortunately I don't have to send. But I can send you
This
a
is
couple.
true.
Later. I got a 38 special in Kate Bush with your name on it.
I'll send you
We'll,
my
we'll get
phone,
it.
and you
We will destroy it when the Karen book launches. We got to send it
Ooh,
in a
I'm
timely
excited.
manner. All
I
right,
have
so
my
we're
week
gonna move
ready.
on to our last category, so I can jump to my next podcast. So, Fred, surprise us, keeping or returning it to the used bin. Ben, all right. Amanda, what are you doing?
If I can't strip the lyrics off and equalize the music, Ben.
Ben, all right. What about you, Sarah?
Ben.
All right. Lori?
for sure.
Ben.
Dash?
just kidding. Ben.
Boot him off the show, Ed.
What about you, Brian?
I'm absolutely going to keep it. This is something I'm going to put on while I'm
Yes, I got
soldering or
this one with
folding
me.
laundry.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
on
Watching
your headset.
baseball.
Got vibes.
watching baseball,
things
turning
that-
on
Yeah,
Dracula.
yeah. Oh, it gets me
it's all-
psyched for baseball.
Brian,
Yes.
I have a wig to send you. You could totally pull off Jasper.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know what?
thanks.
It's
Wait.
better. I have more fun watching the Mets this season than I did that baseball scene, and that's saying something.
But Jasper,
My last place Mets are still more entertaining. Than
Jasper's
watching
my
that
favorite. I'm
baseball
sorry.
scene.
Jasper is a good character. I will.
All
I
right,
will live.
so
I will die on that hill.
Because he's terrible.
I will give
Yes.
you. I will give you mine. We are going to keep it for myself. I'm with Brian. It's good for background. It's not lighting the world on fire. It's not deep and profound, but it blends in the background enough for me where I'm going to keep it. I am not going to throw it away. I didn't buy it, so I have to keep it in the Spotify. So so it's
Okay,
iconic.
Don't go watch our show then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dylan, we destroyed the baseball scene.
I
Yeah,
think
so
Alice
we
is
were-
one of the only redeemable characters.
Yeah.
Well,
I
and
know
dad,
that-
and the dad, and Bella's dad.
Charlie?
I like Alice.
The dad's
I think-
not.
I like
Actor-
Charlie.
No, Charlie, the
Goodness.
character's like, but like.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, the actor.
Yeah,
I love the actor.
acted it well.
All right.
I will
so-
stand by that. Yes.
We gotta go. We gotta
Yes.
get out of here.
Next week, we will not be on because I have to go to back to school night. But in 2 weeks, we'll be covering the new Madonna album.
Madonna.
So we will be there covering the new Madonna. Well, actually, our next 3 weeks, we're covering new releases. So there'll be
We have a
ones
guest
that are
that night.
just coming up. Yeah, we got a guest coming on with us to talk about Madonna. She joined us for Taylor Swift as well. So she is our resident expert. So
Oh, no.
should be good.
Yeah, I got in trouble on that one too.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Dash got yelled at for Taylor Swift. I was in the neutral ground, so I did not get yelled at for Taylor Swift. But until then, we will see you in 2 weeks talking Madonna. And until then, have a great week. Don't destroy us in the comments unless you want to, because we appreciate your
We
viewership,
welcome.
even if you hate us. Yeah, but we do expect multiple paragraphs because we don't fuck around with one with like you
Yeah.
suck. No, I want
Cite
you to
your
give
sources.
me 3 reasons
Yeah.
why I suck.
Cite your sources. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. I don't accept bullshit. So.
Footnotes.
Yes,
we need
and bring the
footnotes.
receipts. Do not.
All
yeah,
right.
like, do
So
not fuck
thank you
around.
for tuning in, Dylan. Thank
See
you
you,
for watching
Dylan.
my Comic-Con panel. We enjoyed having you here. So we will see you next week. 2 weeks talking
2 weeks.
about Madonna.
Bye.
All right, you guys.